Today we're going to do a comparison video on several of the Proven Winners Salvia. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today I am at the Walters Gardens Test Garden, and they have a beautiful display here of a bunch of salvia. So we're going to take a look at them side by side. Specifically, it's going to be the Profusion Salvia that we're going to look at. And we're going to take a look at some of the different, like the heights of them, the different colors of them, and just show you the beauty of the Profusion Salvia. It's one of my personal favorites. I love that it's long blooming, and even after the blooms are spent with a light trim, it's right back at to coloring up again within no time. So let's go ahead and take a look at these Profusion Salvia. Starting off here, we have the Perfect Profusion Salvia, and they feature a nice, just light, soft purple bloom. I love the plant color here, and we're going to show you it next to white too, because oftentimes I get asked, what is the difference really between Perfect Profusion and White Profusion? So we're going to look at the differences in just a second here. The Profusion Salvia are hardy in zones 3 to 8. So even for our cooler climate friends, these are going to do fantastic in your area. They get 16 to 20 inches tall and wide, creating these beautiful mounds of color. They like to be grown in full sun, so if your area is full sun, that's where they're going to be most happy. Although if you do get a little bit of shade, I think you'll still be okay. The hummingbirds and the butterflies love these plants. Also too, while we're here at the garden, I am seeing a lot of the bumblebees as well, so that's kind of fun to see as they're just flirting around in this garden. I know a lot of people are looking for perfect solutions for deer and rabbit resistant gardens, and these are just the perfect plant for that. Just a very soft, light, icy lavender blue, and it's just fantastic looking in the garden. We'll go over and check out the Profusion White next. This way you can kind of see a side-by-side comparison of the two. And you'll notice the white is just a little bit lighter in color, a little bit more crisp, clean. I love the white, especially for like moon gardens. Just really glows and looks fantastic. One of 4 in the Profusion series of salvia is the Salvia White Profusion. I love planting white in the garden because it's just so spectacular, especially in the evening when it starts to get dark out a little bit. I love how white just glows in the dark. Again, being a salvia, this is one of those plants that once it's done blooming, you give it a light trim, and it's right back at to blooming within just a couple weeks, showing off its beautiful spiky blooms. The next here is the Purple Profusion, and Purple Profusion shows deep, rich purple blooms, a little bit smaller in habit than the white and the Perfect Profusion, but just that nice size for the garden. Salvia are great for creating like borders or just masses of color. In these gardens here, you're seeing how they've used the salvia and really have done a great job with creating just a nice big splash of color that can be seen from a distance for sure. And it doesn't matter if it's a Perfect Profusion, the white, or the purple, or even the pink. All of these colors really just, they stand out gorgeous in the garden. We're going to take a look at the Pink Profusion next. And I think if I had to say, the Pink Profusion probably is my favorite. I love the bright pink blooms. I love the size of it. It too, along with that purple, is just a little bit smaller in its stature. Nice mounding habit. And I don't know, if you're looking to just put a mass of color, these Profusion Salvia are fantastic for that. And you know, even so, with them being very similar in size, you can create a mix and match look where you're just taking all of the different colors and poking them in and throughout the garden. You can't go wrong with any of the color of the Profusion Salvia in the garden. We're also going to take a look at a few other plants that are in this garden, because I know people are going to ask. I can't just talk about one thing when there's so many other beautiful things to show. We have the beautiful Nepeta. So Nepeta is a great plant that is a long blooming perennial like the salvia. Beautiful purple blooms. This is the Nepeta cat's pajamas. Another pollinator favorite. When this is done flowering, you just give it a nice light trim and it'll be right back at to blooming again in no time. You're also seeing in this garden some Amsonia string theory. I love the dainty foliage of the Amsonia string theory and these gorgeous periwinkle blooms. So this is a great plant for late spring, early summer color, but the foliage in the fall also just is really gorgeous. It gets kind of a yellowy orange color and really just sets the fall garden on fire with its gorgeous fall colors. So this is a plant I like to call like a twofer plant, a plant that does two different things within a season. We also have Artemisia silver lining, which really doesn't do much as far as flower. It's just grown for its gorgeous silver foliage. And the thing I like about the Artemisia is you can tuck it into any place in your garden, and the color is just going to be so favorable with anything that you plant with it. Now, one thing in this garden is fairly drought tolerant. It's kind of a rocky, gravelly mixture, and all of the plants in here do fantastic in that type of a setting. There also is going to be a mass of Allium Serendipity once they start blooming midsummer, so that's another great plant to add in if you have more of a drought tolerant garden. And if you're looking to create just a garden that's in color for a long time, these plants we're going to talk about will really help keep the garden color going. There is some opening act Phlox as well, and the opening act Phlox are just starting to show a touch of color there. So this is going to be more of a mid to late June color. There is Russian sage in here, which is going to be more of a midsummer color. And then of course butterfly bush, which too are going to really wake this garden up midsummer. There's some daylilies, which daylilies are a great summer bloomer as well. And let's see, what else are we seeing? Oh, there's some Astilbe in here. This is the dark side of the moon Astilbe, which has great foliage, even though it's not in flower yet. So this just really is a great garden that is going to have many months of color with all of the gorgeous plants that are planted in it. Looking for things that go well together in similar planting type scenarios. All of these plants that I've mentioned so far today all would be very compatible with one another in a full sun garden and more of a rocky or dry-ish soil condition. Hopefully you found this side-by-side comparison of the Profusion Salvia helpful. I know I threw in a couple extra bonus plants in here as well because I think you can never have too many ideas or inspiration when it comes to creating your garden spaces. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. If you're new to our channel, I welcome you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.